There we go. We start over? Yes, we started over. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to this while we're doing it. The fire from the eyes, because we're going to sing this next. With me. Won't you come with me? Hello out there. I want to know. You come with me. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Damn, well I declare. Have you seen the light? It was a field of cannonballs. Their motto was don't tread on me, sucker. Alright. Hello, happy Sunday. Hi. I ain't really doing no makeup today. I put some mascara on and a little bit of lip gloss that I forgot I had. I found it. It's very purplish. Anyways. And the never-ending struggle with the guitar and the boobies, right? Anyways, I'm having a really good week. And just about 6 more weeks or 7 more weeks on New Year's Day, shortly after midnight, I'm going to celebrate 1 year. 1 year, oh no, ein, ich, Hannah. 1 year being a girl. Knock on wood. I captured my endocrine system this year. I learned to wear heels and walk in them. Even went around town in them. Dresses, bras, panties, fishnets, stockings. You know, I learned to do all that stuff. Skirts, crop tops, wigs, makeup. I learned to do a lot of things this year. I captured my endocrine system. I have these wonderful boobies that give me fits trying to play the guitar and learn how to sleep with them and do martial arts with them and everything else because they're like in the way. Right, like sis girls watching this, they're like, girl, I'll quit crying. Right? It's part of the package, right? So I know it's not been quite a year yet. It's gonna be another month for that. But at the end of November makes 11 months. You know, 11 official calendar months. I'm on estradiol injections, which is what I've been on from the very beginning, except for when the one doctor tried to kill me and cut my dose in half and switched me to patches for a minute. And I'm on progesterone, micronized, bioidentical, all the hormones. I took 0 blockers. 0 blockers. That's right, girls. You don't have to have them. They're actually bad for you. Alright? Bad side effects. Alright? According to who you talk to, bad consequences for the feminization of the secondary sex characteristics, right? I don't know who you talk to. But then again, you know, nobody talks about the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that it was TERFs, trans-exclusionary radical feminists in the 70s and 80s that testified before Congress and the Medical Association saying that men who were transsexual were just deviants and perverts and rapey and pedophiles and all the rest of it, and influenced the policy to make it hard to feminize and to get surgeries. That's right. While y'all are out there defending feminism, it was the feminists that said make sure their estrogen levels are low enough that they have trouble feminizing. Right? Subtext. Do your investigations. There are records of the woman's talks who wrote the books, who was one of the first very vocal TERFs. Right? These feminists are not our friends. Right? Now, by and par, maybe the average feminist is. But these TERFs are not your friends. Right? And what's really sad is when trans girls internalize this. I had a trans girl hop into this makeup group I was in and try to say, that was an organophiliac transgender, and to be careful about blowing me up because I was a pervert and a deviant and creepy and shit. And God bless these cis girls. They hopped on this girl and was like, the group is inclusive. The comment disappeared. Somebody struck it, where it was the moderator or the girl herself. But she had come over from a trans group. And before all her stuff disappeared, I saw that she was harassing other trans girls too. Like, even when she couldn't find none on the one person's profile, she would comment, boy, you must not do anything productive because you're in all the groups I'm in, and where do you find the time to post like this on the internet? Like, seriously, like, just harassing people, right? Harassment is not fun, it's bullying, right? But this is this feminist-based stuff. Never mind that the dichotomy of the homosexual, transsexual, and the organophiliac transsexual have been debunked by science, right? That being transsexual or transgender is no longer listed as a mental disorder on the DSM-5, right? Right, but these are your cults, your gods, your temples, feminism, white fragility, critical race theory, all that stuff, right? It's all neo-Marxism, Marxism, pinko commie crap. I'm sorry I'm vocal about it, but the parallels are just too much. And then trans girls go and they defend it. It's internalized depression and ultimately transphobia, because these girls that are radical feminists like this, they're laughing at you. Yeah. While you try to teach the other trans organophiliacs and gay boy trans people to internalize it and propagate it. These systems, right? That they proliferate. And then they're not including you. They're not doing you any favors. When they talk about you when you're not there or not online, you're not a real girl. Right? And we all know that to be trans means to be something other than cis. But, but when these dialogues, and then they tell you that there's something wrong with you because you're insulting me when you say this stuff. Like when I was still a cis hetero presenting male at the college, and they were like, we're not saying anything, but I have a cis hetero male telling me that there's something wrong with me for being cis hetero. Right? But he had sacrificed his privilege just by going, oh, I am a feminist. Yeah, that's about what that amounts to. But yet every girl around complained about him being a misogynist, and the only girls that he seemed to respect were the ones in authority over him, and the ones that blew rays of sunshine up his booty. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, you so smart and so bright. Rock on, feminist brother. Yeah. Anyways, sorry I got off on my feminism rant. If you know your history, you know where this stuff comes from. Right? And it's out there. And that's the thing about people these days with the internet is everybody goes for the I know, everybody knows stuff, right? And nobody scratches the surface to see what is rotting underneath the perfume overthrow that they threw cologne on and prettied up and put bows and pearls on it and stuff. But it's still turds, right? Still turds, still turd sandwich. right? If you just do some research. The research is out there. I captured my endocrine system in 7 months or 6 months, and I have C-cup breasts. My lips are feminizing. Here lately, the shape of my nose, you can't see it in this video probably, but I got to see the little line I got here. This is no makeup on, right? I've washed my face, no makeup, the little line here, and it's starting to go on this side. My nose is actually feminizing, okay? Like for real, right? My lips are feminizing, you know, my skin's soft, my butt's soft, my hair's gone blonde all over my body. I've only been on hormones since March March 3rd, and it's the week before Thanksgiving, right? My doctor doubted it. You know, my doctor said, okay, well, you know, alright, well, here's the deal. He's like, I really do practice the informed consent model. He's like, you're intelligent, you're sane, sane-ish, anyways. The sane is a crazy weirdo. Like me can be, right? But he was like, so here we go, here's the deal. You know the risk. I'm sure he's probably recording it for making sure reliability purposes, right? Otherwise, he's like, you know the risk. I will give you the medication you want and at the doses that you requested. And when we're going to do a test after a couple of weeks. And I was already on that dose, but the previous doctor, when I switched to the BA, had tried to hurt me. I'm pretty sure she tried to hurt me on purpose. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to say who she was. But cut my dose in half and switch me to patches. Right, and then when I talked to this doctor was like, oh no, who does that? That was like the first thing out of his mouth was like, who does that? Right, but when he switched me back to the estradiol, and then he gave me the micronized progesterone, and I had been doing topical cream from Amazon at 10 milligrams a pump out of a pump vial, and I was having to buy 2-3 bottles a month and go liberal everywhere they said you could put it, like on my hips, my thighs, my booty, and my breasts. Everywhere they said I could put it, I was putting it. Twice a day, 3 times a day, because I couldn't get the progesterone prescribed to me. But when I switched to my new doctor, he was like, well, here you go, girl. But just know, I told you what the risks are. And then initial test. After I had been like 2 weeks on the estradiol again. But I really think that in that month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it was, that I was on the patches and thought I was definitely ill and dying and everything else from what I went through. My testosterone was at like 315 when I got tested. I'm fair enough, but you know, you did just, you know, come off these patches. And, you know, you're like, let's test it again. So 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later, we tested it again. Testosterone at 15. Now I'm about to get tested one more time. Now hopefully, now when the results came back, my doctor, this is what my doctor said to me. He was laughing on the phone with me. He was like, you know, and you know I'm a brat, right? I'm a brat. Like, I am smart and I am talented and I am capable and I love to learn. And I don't just stop with the everybody says stuff, right? I don't stop there, like a lot of people do. I don't see what the accepted norm is, what everybody's saying. I scratch the surface, you know? Like, I had to look through 100 web pages before I finally found a European program at a university in Europe that was talking about lip feminization on HRT. Because they don't even talk about it here. Right? They tell you it don't really happen. I don't know. It's not really one of the things we talk about. But it happens. My nose is changing shape. It happens. So anyways, my doctor was laughing on the phone with me. He said, you know, he was like, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it. And I was like, you know, I told you I did my research, right? And I couldn't help myself. It wasn't ill-spirited. It wasn't mean. It wasn't, you know, because my doctor I got now is cool. My doctor I got now is the Cat's Pajamas. He is the queen's whatever. He's the bee's knees. He is cool. My doctor is great. He's warm. He's funny. He's intelligent. He's competent. And works with hormones for people every day. Not just trans people, but he works with cis women all the time with their hormones on a daily basis. But even he has accepted this radical feminist ideology of high hormone levels in trans girls is bad, strokes, embolisms, you know, like pulmonary events, you know, like deep vein thrombosis in the legs, you know, sticky blood, you know, like, but he had accepted all that. Because nobody had come along like me, I guess, that was like, no, this is what I want. I was like, I'm 51 years old, Jack. I was like, I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, I've been cut, I've been hit by cars, thrown from cars. I was like, almost drowned, you know, fell out buildings, got beat up, you know, like, hell, I even OD'd on alcohol as a teenager and had to be resuscitated from being dead a minute or two. And spent 14 or 16 hours in a coma or whatever it was. Right? I've been there, done that. I was like, if I stroke out on my way to being feminized, I was like, I'm just going to have to look funny on one side of my face when I smile. Because I swear to God, that's pretty much what I told people. I was like, and try to take my damn cigarettes away from me. Jack. You know, I was like, I'm gonna smoke. I was like, cis girls aren't stroking out all over the place from smoking. Some of them do. And some of them have that stuff running their families. You know, like, I think the doctor, who I'm not gonna name because he gets notoriety and everything, and I saw on one of his things, he said he didn't want to be, like, put out there like that. The doctor said, you know, they don't take cis women's ovaries out for 2 weeks or 4 weeks before and after an operation and then put them back in. You know what I mean? And my testes are shut off, and I don't have both high levels of estrogen and testosterone. What is the risk? It's a made-up risk. It's from TERFs. It's the, let's find any reason we can not to give you this operation unless you're filthy freaking rich. Because, you know, rich people just throw them some money and get a building named after them. Right? Right? Because they knew they couldn't stop rich people. You can even hear the testimony where a woman's like, no, let's not forbid it, because then they're going to call us names. And we're going to get in lots of trouble if we say no, people aren't allowed to do this. But let's limit it. Let's keep it to certain centers of the country and certain doctors. Let's make it hard to do. Let's make a whole bunch of these hoops to jump through. Right? Oh yeah, the talks are out there. The books are out there. This woman was very vocal, and nobody talks about it. But it's just like, oh no, this is what they do. Find the whatever they are for endocrinology with these standards for trans girls. Where are their offices? Where are their governing heads? Where are their spokespeople? RNA. It's propaganda. Now I'm sure that there are some people at risk. There are probably people, you know, you have to take into account some people probably not honest about their family histories or ignorant of their family histories, you know. But just a bit, but it's alright. But a lot of it's propaganda. So anyways, doctor's like, I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it. And I was like, you know, I'm a brat. I digressed again into my anti-feminism rant. Sorry. I'm like, hell, I told all y'all I did extensive research. I mean, borderline like OCD, like obsessive compulsive research. Like I dug and dug and dug. Even after I was on the hormones, I still spent a good portion of every day digging, sifting through the internet, through everything I could. Both the stuff that agreed was contradictory. Plus, I looked at stuff that was for cis girls. All about cis girl medicine. Oh yeah. But anyways, I've been on here for 20 minutes. Happy whatever you celebrate this week. Remember that I am a very patriotic American. I serve my country, but I also love my fellow human beings. And please just remember that during this Thanksgiving holiday that we celebrate, and everyone that we celebrate here in the United States, even probably in Canada, and Mexico, and Central and South America, that here in the Americas that there is a lot of oppression for a lot of people behind these holidays. The Native brothers and sisters, the decimation, the diseases, the ghettos, and reservation life, and poverty, and the boarding schools, and the no birth certificates, and being stripped of your language and your culture. Now, I'm not minimizing any struggles that anybody else goes through, but I'm just saying that remember that while everybody is eating turkey and celebrating some fairy tale, that there are people out there that are the scapegoats of that fairy tale, and that were treated very inhumanely, sometimes even to this day, frequently. As we saw with the water protests, the water protector protests. And yes, I was one of those veterans that went to Standing Rock when 15,000 veterans descending on Standing Rock because of the atrocities that were being committed by the mercenaries and the sheriffs and the National Guards and everybody. And it was shameful. Shameful for any American soldier to be involved in this day and age in that type of behavior. Even if you were just standing around watching the mercenaries do it, it was still shameful. Right? Anyways, that's my rant about oppression. I really am happy. I'm play Uncle John's Band. It's a happy song. The touch of gray kind of suits you anyway. And sit here in my gloves and my dress and my nicely kept breasts. Look at these puppies. Alright. Oh, I got a nice strapless bra. It's wonderful. Last month I got a new corset too, but I think I talked about that already. Sorry, I do pick the option that says not for children when I make my videos, so sorry about my occasional profanity and my smoking of cigarettes and all that. And this is tobacco, by the way. There are no illegal activities going on my YouTube channel, right? This is rolling tobacco, cigarette, Virginia, class AA or AAA, bottom of the barrel tobacco, right? Or 1A, whatever it is. It's not very high class tobacco. And yes, I did that for a while too in Kentucky. Bale tobacco for a small tobacco farm operation, mom and pop one. And the farmer's wife had been in the National Guard, and then worked for the National Guard in Kentucky, painting helicopters and all that kind of stuff with depleted uranium paints and all that. But it was an interesting experience, hand doing all that, taking it down from the barn, stripping it and baling it, and separating the 3 grades of tobacco out, and learning about the tobacco base and auctions and how they judge quality of tobacco based on how well you sorted out the different bales and what they buy and how they made their living off of it or supplemented their living along with their other farm, like their livestock and stuff. Pretty cool. You know, and they treated us really well for a couple of dirty hippies, you know, at that time. It was a good experience. I've done a lot of different things in my life. I went with pink on the nails and the toes. Last week was light pink, and this week is dark pink. Oh no, I got these dark circles under my eyes because I have makeup remover. So my eyeliner and my mascara and all that stuff stains my eyes when I take it off with soap and hot, you know, lukewarm water. It's not really hot. Oh man, in Texas, busted jail and I'm gone for good. I'm a warm man in Texas, busted jail cat and I'm gone for good. You catch me, but his little girl so wish they would. Woo! Say it again, Sam. And Jerry with the hot lead. Anyway, sorry. I'm a super nerd. Sailor Moon. All my lights is flashing and changing colors. I ain't got no Christmas decorations, but I got anime and fancy lights and stuff. And I'm really kind of mostly on a holiday boycott. I celebrate Veterans Day, New Year's, my birthday. I might be sappy and celebrate Valentine's Day for the first time this year in years. Memorial Day. Another Veterans holiday. And the 4th of July. No. Just because of the veteran and the people's sacrifice in history and everything. But those are about the amount of holidays I celebrate. I don't want to celebrate President's Day or Christmas, I celebrate them, but I don't decorate for anything, and I don't get all like, I'll tell people Merry Christmas and God bless you and all that kind of stuff. I don't talk about the gods I believe in, but you know, after a long life, that one's on the fence too, you know. I am baptized Roman Catholic, but I don't practice any of the Abrahamic religions anymore, really, in practice. But I don't deny my consecrations. You're not supposed to forswear your promises or forsake them. So, while I don't practice Abrahamic religions anymore, I also don't deny that I was sealed and consecrated to one, and that I technically belong to one. I'm mostly agnostic with very pagan leanings. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I failed. I promised myself the first year, maybe 2 years, I wasn't going to like a boy. And this cute boy has been coming around, and I like him. And I don't like it. It frustrates me. I'm not saying I'm going to have a boyfriend, or I'm going to have the world I'm in love or anything, but I like this boy. I was wondering if I was ever going to be like, ooh, I like a boy, or can I just stay being the God Almighty biggest hoe I can be all year long, being slutty and shit. And I definitely like a boy. You know, and I'm gonna go get microblading for my eyebrows. I know I'm like spastic with my almost like ADD like level, because today's estrogen day. I did my shot, and it makes my attention be like everywhere, like ooh shiny, like George Bush's billion points of light. Shout out to old Henry. And his husband, Mrs. Bush. Anyways, God bless George Bush. God bless America. And even you, Tiny Tim. God bless everybody. Anyways, I really do love people. Like, all jokes aside, like all sarcasm, all jokes aside, I have nothing but love for people. I really do. And for the first time in my life, in decades, I really feel like all the egotism and the defense mechanisms and the aggression brought on through the expression of testosterone and being a man in the world, I really feel like those have been stripped away and allow me to really just lay bare my heart and soul and mind. If I can just say I love people that I love. And if you're watching this, if you're consider yourself my enemy, if you're saying bad things about me, if you're stalking me on the internet, I forgive you. Whoever did that stuff to me on Grindr, you know you misrepresented me and you lied about me and it hurt me. It hurt my feelings, irritated me. But I forgive you. You know? You know, I do. You know? You know, for anybody that I ever say I love you to, love is forever. I don't take my love away. I might not have much to do with you because you're bad for me. But if I've given you my love, I do not take it away. You know, I don't hate. I've never hated anybody. I used to say it to people when I was cis heteropresenting, and people would be like, huh, Rick? Yeah, really? I'm like, no, I never hate any people. There's some people that I despise and didn't want anything to do with it because they did me so wrong. I was like, but I have never, ever in my life hated someone. You know? Strongly disliked, despised. You know, was cold too, but never hate. You know, it's just something that the Creator blessed me with not having, you know. And I'm gonna go from it, and I'm gonna make my song video. But peace and love, and remember, babies, love makes the world go round. Love somebody, forgive somebody, hug somebody, listen to somebody. Make the world a better place, because love is the only thing that does that. Love, compassion, forgiveness, kindness. It's what wins the day, not hate. You know? Love somebody. Love and peace, baby.